you're a Chelsea fan, right, watching that, you must be embarrassed. The defending was, I was going to say under 10s, 11, that wouldn't be fair. Because when you've got the free kick, Raheem Sterling is 2 or 3 yards the other side of Conte, who's the last man. He has a free run 60 yards from his own half with no Chelsea defender. So we're talking about leadership, right? We're talking about game management. So Conte has to be aware.
None of that.
That's what he has to be aware, right?
Yeah,
I'm looking at the coaching staff on the sideline. They've got a free kick. Are they not looking across like that halfway line thinking, we ain't got many back here? Worst ways out, you have 2v1. Can you remember was it the Danny Welbeck goal against Villa where Tyrone Mings and he runs from his own half?
Line. Yeah.
That's very similar. Words cannot describe how bad that is from Chelsea. We spoke about this. I didn't think that Frank Lampard's ready for the job when he went from Derby because he only had 1 season. And to be fair, he proved me a bit wrong because getting in the Champions League positions, there was no pressure was there because he had the young players there. I'm just looking at this Chelsea. I think a more experienced manager will get a better tune out of this group. This is a talented group of
they are
Chelsea.
Talented team.
This is a top 4 team, Sam. This is a top 4 squad.
Yeah.
With one extra player in the midfield, like the physical presence, they could go even better.
They could push.
So he'll get a bit of time because he's Frank Lampard. But looking at this, these last 25 minutes, they have been all over the place.
Can you be too emotional as a football manager? Do you have to learn to be a little bit more detached?
Yeah, I genuinely do believe you can be too emotional. I played under Kevin Keegan, and I think we all can say Kevin was a very emotional manager. And, looking at Frank sometimes and listening to some of his interviews, he's a very emotional manager. He's a very emotional guy, and obviously he wants the best for Chelsea. But sometimes you do have to detach yourself from that, because football not all the time is going to go your way. You're not going to get all the results you want. You just got to try your best and do as for Alex Ferguson to a certain extent and detach yourself from certain scenarios and look to move forward when you're not getting the results that you would like.
Because that means that there's no one looking around who's having leadership on the pitch, because Conte is the last man, isn't he? So worse than that, you have someone behind him because he gives the ball away and then Sterling's behind him. There's no one looking around going, chaps, this ain't right. Get yourself someone back there. There's not enough urgency to get back, which Arsenal went through, the little phase of that intentness. And you spoke about the reason I asked Faye there, Sam, like the coaching side of it, because it's easy to coach when your team's doing really well. When you're not, that's when you need to be a motivator. That's when you need to be up. Now, whether it comes from the manager or the first team coach, his right-hand man, one of them's got to be the good cop.